Hello, friends! I'm finally here. I am a bit exhausted, and I may have accidentally been asleep for a little too long. But anyways, I'm here. We're gonna play Monster Train, because that's what we're doing this week. And it's a lot of fun, so that's how that works. Anyways, let's jump into it. As normal, we're doing random, unless other people have any specific things they want to see. And this time, we're not only gonna get Stygian. I mean, I like Stygian. I like all the clans, but I like the variety. I also like not having to fight Diligent. Oh, and one moment while I remember something real quick. Okay, there we go. Right. You know you love Diligence. I do not. I mean, I think Diligence is a nice challenge, and it meaningfully affects your deck and how you build. But it is also awful to deal with. Unfortunately, I kind of wish we were playing Queen and not Prince. Although I'd feel that much more strongly if we had any starting imps. But, you know. Interesting trade-off. So I normally would snap pick Wingsteel. The extra draw, especially since you can trigger it essentially every turn without question, is very good. But Hell's Banners is pretty decent in... I mean, it's good in general, but it's especially pretty decent in Hellhorns. And sort of Remnant, since we might be playing Imps or Tombs, especially since we've got the Moldeds and the Primitive Molds already. And so the chances that we do something with Reform are pretty reasonable. And obviously the Reformed units don't cost any Ember, but by taking Hell's Banners, it allows us to play out higher cost things more easily. It allows us to do whatever. If we end up doing Endless instead of Reform, it also cuts out a lot of the opportunity cost of that. I think we're going to do Hell's Banners, even though I think Wingsteel is stronger. Again, an interesting set of options. I don't think we need Encased Ember, because we already have Hell's Banners. I mean, not that we're guaranteed to actually be using Hell's Banners, but still, Encased Ember seems like a bit much. There's just not that much to spend your energy on in this game. It's why I've said for a long time that I hope that if they do make a Monster Train 2, that they have more ways to spend Ember, like activated abilities that you can spend Ember on, so you have more reason to be playing high Ember builds. Nonetheless, don't think we need that. Iron Drop Cage is real fucking solid, and we are in like the best clan combo to abuse it. We don't have any Ascend cards, but if we hit like even a single Drip Fall, like it just turns it into Descend in Daze 3. Even Hidden Passage becomes a Daze 2. And it's just a good card in general. But also Memorial Fund right off the bat with a bunch of Reform is also just free gold. I'm going to take Iron Drop Cage. I think just the possibility of free defense is too hard to pass up. I don't know. Fuck it. I guess we're playing Wrathful. Even though it doesn't play very well with Daze. You disappoint me. Well, I almost took the Memorial Fund, but I figured this was the better choice. Well, we're getting that. We're letting a bunch of things leak. That's how it goes when we're not offered any other damage cards. And you know, this is what we got 40 Pyre HP for, really. So I can... No, I can't. I was thinking that I could kill him if I drop his HP down to 8, because I was looking at this 8, and I was like, we do 8 damage to him. Not at all true. Not even close. So, you're dead. You're dead. You're dead. I've not made use of the reform at all, because I have not drawn my other units this whole time. Alright, hurting him doesn't really matter, because he just life steals it back. Again, largely inconsequential, since the front one just burns out immediately. But we waste the rest of his lifesteal. And then Prince just beats the shit out of him. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, I shouldn't be this tired. I did sleep a lot, but I'm just exhausted. We're definitely taking that Fledgling Imp. You cannot say otherwise. Well, that's an interesting spread, and unfortunately none of them are Dripfall, but they are also good. The problem with taking the Draft Infusion is that it's generally a lot worse without some form of Burnout Extension. But we might get Burnout Extension later. Here's a draft to shut certain watchers up. That is a feeling I recognize. I guess I'll take the speculative draft, but it needs more to work. Alright, we're going here. Oh. God, what is... Okay, another interesting choice. I should have looked at the shop first. Like, I talk about it, that you always should look at the shop, but I didn't, and that was a mistake. Side note, I really wish that champions had unit types, because Prince should definitely be a demon, and probably so should Queen, and so they could benefit from Gurg's Goad, but sadly, they don't. I think there's at least one unit that has multiple. Is that true? I feel like Apex Imp. Yeah, Apex Imp is a demon imp, so they have proven that they can do more than one creature type on a card. But I think that's very rare. Now I'm curious how many things actually fit the bill. And so we're impromptu going to check because I'm very curious all of a sudden. You know, I didn't even realize that Glugsider is Fen type. Just because the only type that matters in Wormkin is Egg. And he's... Yeah, it's weird. I knew Kin Host Carapace was Host, which is also weird. But Fen I had no idea on. I like that Dante's type is Dante. Whereas Hef is a Titan spawn. But no, Dante's just Dante. Anyways, weirdly, Apex Imp is the only dual typed unit in the game. Hello, Edwin. They have a unit that makes... a challenge that makes all units have all unit types, so it's possible. Yeah, like... That's actually a pretty fun mutator to play around with. There's a lot of silly things you can do. Like, I really like using... Morsel Master or Shroud Mitosis to make multiple Decay or Spine Chiefs. That's pretty fun. Among other silly things you can do. But that one in particular I quite like. Also on that mutator, I, and I'm sure many others, have accidentally tossed many a unit with Imperialist Queen, forgetting that she suddenly kills literally everything on her floor now. Which, you know, throws a wrench in works. Anyways, the problem being, we don't know if Endless is going to be on the Imp. I guess it doesn't matter because I've got Reform. We're taking Ashes. The multi-strike is nice, but yeah, here's Endless. I think we're just doing Endless. And then we'll take the Horned Warrior. I'm okay with doing that now. And Burnout was the other thing I wanted. Okay. Well, that's all well and good. And this is why we took the extra HP, because the spikes really ruins us. Among other things, but spikes in particular. Unfortunately, they are going to hit top floor immediately. And we didn't draw any of our kill spells, which is hashtag pretty bad. Okay, we do this now, because then we get the energy refresh from the Hell's Banners. We kill this fucker. And then we are killing everything here, so I could stop the haste, but I think we're just going to kill one of them there. Yeah, that's fine. It's a little awkward, but it is fine. Oh, and I didn't realize I had Train Steward in my hand, otherwise I would have played that too. Oh well, that was a mistake. Oh, you have Burnout. I was going to say, unfortunately, with 6 HP, I can't Torch to kill him. But that's because I don't need to. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. We planned this shit. I could have just let him go to top floor. I'm pretty confident we would have been able to kill him. And technically, it would have gotten me a lot more score that way. Who the fuck cares? Yeah. Anyways, this is why we took Hell's Banners. Like, it does work rather nicely now that we actually have things we want to be playing often. Anyways, we're going to be taking double capacity from this point forward. Ideally, we get some way to... Yeah, we're taking the Hidden Passage. I would like the Fledgling Imp, but the Hidden Passage solves my problem. Do I want Entombed Explosive? Kind of. I think... So the Entombed Explosive could go as a Fledgling Imp infusion. Alternatively, we just dupe the Fledgling Imp here or here and fuse it into itself. Ideally, I'd like to have 2 Horned Warriors and 2 Imps, though. It's not totally necessary, but it is pretty strong. Actually, if I'm still using Prince, I only have 1 space for a Fledgling Imp. I mean, whatever. We'll figure it out. Yeah, let's skip on the Entombed Explosive. Like, I could also just not use Prince and leave more space for other things, but... we're definitely going here. Ugh, I would have been okay with Quick or Multi-Strike. I normally like Penitent Remains a fair bit. So it's kind of silly when you're using, like, an Endless unit. But I don't think we want it when our deck is already... We're already not going to be taking draw relics, or at least... Yeah, I think we're going to take double capacity. And so the extra dead weights are a problem. And I'm already devoting at least one draw every turn to an imp, which also sort of messes with that. Like, this one's kind of cute. Same with this. I guess we could probably get away with Ember Stasis. Yeah, you know what? We can get by with that. It shouldn't be too hard for us to play with the Calcified Embers. They might fuck us a little bit, depending on how things go, but we're also going to remove some things. And then this way, when we get to Diligent, then playing out the Blight deals damage. It's not a big deal. Hell's Banners will help out here. Yep, that is the goal. Well, unfortunately, we just gotta take a bunch of damage like a chump. Yep, that would be a real great time to draw an imp, but we didn't. But we'll build him up so he's got a little bit of burnout now. And extra stats. This is the only problem with everything, is that I do fear not being able to draw into our imp fast enough. Also, Prince is not doing so well on the durability front, but hey. Yeah, so you're doing fine already. And we protect Prince from a little bit of damage. Our Horn Warrior takes a little bit of damage attacking into Daedalus. Well. Kind of wanted to play the Inflame. Also, I do want to kill this guy. Fucking finally. Yeah, it's way, way late to be getting... Oh, whoops. Fuck me. God damn it. Oh, and you're not even dying. Yeah, I really fucked this up. I need that imp on top floor. I totally spaced out for some reason. God, and I can't even play it there either. Yeah, this is a problem. And I shouldn't have played that in that order, but I wasn't paying attention. Yep, don't mind me as I absolutely fucked this. I mean, I almost kill him already, but... If I just played the imp, like, once more, we'd be fine. Alright, we're gonna fix that just because we only lost because of my very obvious mistakes. That's fine. We'll fix it. Alright. Let's not ruin the entire imp situation. I could also let Prince die here. It wouldn't be the worst thing. Just showing us how different the fight can go with one imp. Oh, you know it. That's what I'm all about. Teaching opportunities. I mean, fair, I do try to do teaching opportunities in this game. But still. Alright, basically it's still just, I gotta wait till I draw some imp power, and then everything's good. Right, Still want you up there so Prince can get a kill, rather than going down here and helping me murder things. Yeah, fine, we'll do that. Sadly, Prince doesn't get the slay. Oh well. Okay, let's not do dumb shit this time. Ta-da! You're dead. Unfortunately, I have not gotten rid of the other one because I drew them both right there. Oh well. Hey, look! We're building up a meaningful level of rage. Who would have guessed? Oh, I should have done this in a different order, maybe? Nah, it's fine. It still worked out. And I don't have enough capacity for them, even though I thought I would for some reason. So we play out that one. But we've reduced capacity on mid-4, so I don't have 5, I only have 4. So I can't fit all of them. Anyways. Ta-da! There we go. Easy fucking peasy. I mean, Dark Deal's good. Don't think it's necessary here. I think we are just taking Alloy of the Ancients. We'll just take the Baron for the fusion. If Rail Beater gave melee weakness on strike, I would happily take that. And if Branded Warrior were less bad, I would take that. But no. Yeah, we're going here. I mean, we're not using that, but it is interesting. Alright, Baron. And a Horned Warrior. Do I even care about the Inflame? Not a ton. Should I take all these shards if I'm playing seriously? No, not really, but I'll do it. We're just going to put on Alloy of the Ancients. It's not super important, but we'll do it. We are copying the Imp. We're not fusing it yet, but that does still help because it means that I'm more likely to be drawing it. We're going to take Brawler. I don't get as much armor scaling, but I do get more attacks, and boy, do I like attacks. This is potentially catastrophic because they start with haste, and so I need to draw into the Imp like immediately. Otherwise, my deck doesn't fucking work. And of course, they also have damage shield, which is a bastardly way to do things. I spaced out on playing the draft for the Hell's Banners. I'm sorry, we're gonna fix this, because it's only turn 2 and I just spaced out already. Because what I was supposed to do was play the draft, then play out the Primitive Mold, so I can get the Hell's Banners, and then do the other things. It's almost like that's our basic game plan. Okay, so you go there. You go there. And now, everything works properly. And we get a little bit of extra harvest, which is not unwelcome. Good timing, Imp Buddy. Not quite enough, though. Well, that's why we took the Alloy of the Ancients. Unfortunately, I don't have any upgrade space to put, whatever I was trying to say, HP on the imp. That would be nice. We might not take another capacity, because just having the 2 imps is maybe enough if we're going to Brawler 2. Because it should add, I believe, just 1 more multi-strike, but that's still plenty. And having 2 imps, especially if we are infusing another fledgling imp into it, is going to make a big fucking difference. Like, it gives off so much rage every turn. We are just going to let him ascend because, or specifically, we're going to let him haste because it's just, he's a lot weaker than if he is allowed to go up all the floors. Also, doesn't matter, we're hitting for massive damage now thanks to the double summon of the imps. Sure. Sort of underwhelming, but rage is rage. I do like the Inferno. I don't think we want it, though. Nope. If we didn't have the... Well... No. I mean, the Votivary is kind of cute because it replaces itself on Extinguish, which makes it a little nicer than having to devote a single draw every turn to the imps. Like, I could fuse an imp into this and then use the Votivary instead. We'd still get the double summon. It'd be okay. We're not going to. So I kind of want to go here, looking for, like, quick. Or multi-strike, but probably quick. That would be good. Going here, I could fuse the imps and then dupe the imp, which I do really like. And then we can still go the Merchant of Steel after. I think that's what we're doing. It's just pretty good. Had I had the Wax and Spike earlier, I maybe would have done things slightly differently. Maybe. Would have been a little awkward, but we could have maybe used the Giraffe Infusion instead for the extra multi-strike, which I would have liked. Okay, -2. And hey, guess what? It's gonna be Intrinsic. Intrinsic on the Hidden Passage, also very good, but we're just gonna do this. -2 if you take an Inferno. Still don't need it. Not important to us. This is a little bad for us, but we should be fine. Like, I'm way more concerned with just setting up our power for Divinity than I am worrying about... Like, we're gonna have enough wave clear that the Inferno's not particularly important for us. And so what is important to me is just setting up my team instead. Whatever, you can go there. Unfortunately, I can't play out some of the other things. I could play the Hidden Passage. We're not going to worry about it. I can't use it to overstack my floors because I need that capacity to play the imps every turn. neglected to play that Train Steward. Not a big deal, whatever. If I could get quick on our dude, that would be nice. Unfortunately, that's not going to do much. We'll kill that, even though it does make the other one stronger. But hey, at least Prince gets some armor on Slay. He doesn't get a lot of armor on Slay. And I'm losing more than I'm gaining. But, which is, again, why I wish that I could put HP on the imps. But, I can't. I'm just trying to make sure that there's no more than 4 enemies on the floor. Because I have 4 attacks. And so, I have a certain level of killability. Ah, we've reached a breakpoint. Fuck it. We'll put you up there. Because I'm pretty confident I can kill you already. Especially since you're already gonna be... You're also gonna be dazed for a turn. But, like, my imps give a lot of power. I'm going from 445 damage to 525 damage. It's a lot. Ta-da! And we even got Resonant Shard. Very nice. Alright. Well, that's exciting. The March of Shields is not unwelcome. It's a little messy for me. I'll take it nonetheless. Memento Mori is not the one I was thinking of. Mortal Entrapment is a maybe. Again, it's a bit clumsy. I'm still gonna take it. Fine. Now, what I would love is the event that gives me 1 more capacity on every floor. Fucking stop giving me large stone and all that. I just want to, like, quick. Okay. I don't hate Gift of Gratitude. It's not what I wanted, but I'm basically never unhappy to see Gift of Gratitude. I could just put the -2 on Gift of Gratitude, which honestly, I'm pretty okay with doing. Would you say you're grateful? That might be going a little too far, Gearmoney. Happy New Year, Salamander. Love to see my train back in the mix. Can we get a Wormkin Frozen Lance run? If you remind me after this run, I will try to do that. And glad to see you. Happy New Year to you as well. I honestly might do this. If we're going to keep the Inflame long term, it goes there. I don't think we are going to do that. I could do it on the Mortal Entrapment as well, which is also a responsible choice. But why would I bother with the responsible choice? We're just doing this. It's greedy. Also, honestly, I was hoping for Spell Chain, which is part of why I put the -2 here, but whatever. Whatever. So be it. Anyways, we're going to put some gold towards removing things, as I need to do that. Reform is generally quite good. Not really doing anything for me at the moment. To be fair, neither are the torches for the most part. We are up against Scourgefell, the worst of all worlds. Hopefully we get some imps right off the bat. Okay. Now, the problem is is we don't know how likely it is that we're going to draw the imps. I think mathematically, if we got the imps this turn, it might be enough to break through the Guardian and kill the Absolver. There's also a chance that we hit the Hidden Passage, which helps. I'm gonna see what happens. Okay, that was a pretty decent pull. Because I can kill that, I still get to do all this, we even do some damage to Fel. And now we don't have to deal with the Scourges, which is truly the worst part of this fight. I mean, I should have placed them elsewhere. It doesn't matter. We can daze Fel now. We just had to have dealt some damage to her, and then we can do it without penalty. And yes, it would have been better to do them in the opposite order so this got raged. Doesn't matter. I was playing just let it die regardless. Anyways, we're going to ascend her. Unfortunately, I can't descend her, so then she's on the floor where she can take some damage. Doesn't really matter. A lot of our hits are just going towards killing these things anyways. And more to the point, we're building up some lasting... some lasting days on her. I will say, I think I may have even said this yesterday as well, but I've always liked Fel's design. I think she looks pretty cool. But I do think there's a lot of cool designs in this game. Alright. A little unhappy to get Gift of Gratitude on this turn. We're gonna greed and not use it immediately. And hope to gain it on a turn where I can get a little bit more... Yeah, perfect. Okay. We'll just gain a clean 280 gold from that. Ta-da! I'm basically making no use out of Prince's revenge trigger. Now... yeah, I was pretty confident that should be enough to kill. I just wanted to evaluate first. I also could have put the imps in back, which also would have done it. But anyways, there we go! Who needs days when we just get the flying kill? Okay. It is wholly unnecessary, and frankly, it's just bloating my deck. But we're gonna take that. We're just gonna take the draw. Capacity is nice, but we're taking draw. And I kind of want a Merchant of Steel or Merchant of Magic and then remove things, but we're gonna Merchant of Steel, I guess. Oh, beautiful. And then we responsibly look at the options first. Okay. And then we're gonna go Brawler 2, because that's better suited to my needs. And we're going to do Quick here. We're doing that before we hit the Concealed Cavern, because there's a chance that we get a unit upgrade from this. Yeah, I think we're just doing a Heartless is what we're doing, because I don't heal. It's just not an in-clan thing to do. I could also just take the plus 25 for the Fledgling Imp, but I think I'm pretty okay with just doing this instead. Don't have enough for a Purge, because we're already at the full thing. This happens here. Spell chain. There's a lot of silly things I could do. We're just gonna do this. That's fine. How many more temples do we have? 2? Fuck it. Have an upgrade that basically means nothing to you. At this point, we're taking shards just for shard's sake. I don't really care. Like, if that was not already clear, that is the intent. Okay. Excellent. There's the other imp who did get 0 costed, which I appreciate. You can go there. You are going to get me ember drained, kind of. Oh, well. No, let's just hit you instead. I could have killed him if I'd used the other horn break. It's not like it really matters. I just need enough ember to play out my imps. So then I get the ember refresh. And even if I can only play 1, I still get 1 ember from Queen's Tail. To mine, because I obliterate my own dude. Okay. We are depriving Prince of his slay armor a little bit, but that's fine. Getting the quick was better regardless. I maintain that to be the case. And then we're going to work on purging out a lot of the dead cards in our deck. I mean, none of this really matters. Fine. I'll do it now. I could let it cycle again. My deck is thin enough, but I'm not gonna worry about it. We already got 1,000 damage in rage. We'll just go living our best life. Yeah, I'll actually leave them. I was going to ascend one of them if they were hurting Prince still, but they're not. So there's no need to do that. I've barely been using my ascend, which feels a little sad, but at this rate I will get Ember drained, which is, again, not actually a big deal. It's a little annoying, but it's not a big deal. I'm even going to help him out by letting him revenge a little bit more, just because I'm a kind and thoughtful person like that. You know what? Here, you can join me a turn earlier, just for your own benefit, as you don't even survive the quick phase. Woo! Salamander's a rich plus thoughtful streamer only confirmed. I'll take the tiresome climb. It's not really necessary at this point, and frankly, I'm just bloating my deck. Whatever, who cares? Who fucking cares? I guess we're going to the Merchant of Magic. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Cute. Also sort of cute. Are any of the things I'm doing meaningful? No, not really. Am I doing them anyways? Yes. Well, so we already get a lot of Ember turn 1, but yes, I'm looking at this Firebox. I could also take Forever Flame, which is nice. I think we're going to take that. And then I could either purge 1 card, or I can maybe forward 1 Relic if I reroll. I do need to keep in mind that I am up against Diligent. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like, even if we get all of our spells purged, or consumed, it doesn't really fucking affect us. Yeah, here's Firestone Housing. I kind of was hoping for that over on the other side, but we didn't go there. Doesn't matter. We have 280 shards. We're gonna live the dream. Diligence is going to be a little annoying, but it's whatever. Or more specifically, Diligence minions will be a little annoying. I'm going to play that so we can get out of the way and then draw a little extra. Oh, hey, look. These do damage now. Isn't that cute? Sadly, we didn't get either Imp. Well, whatever, fine. Oh, there we go. Oh, we're still consuming. I just don't want to have to deal with the Scourge things. I could also be doing it to Diligent, who does have an obscene amount of stealth, and therefore I really should be doing it to Diligent already. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah, Tiresome Climb, already good with Iron Drop Cage. It goes to Dazing 4 per cast, which is obscene. Let's get rid of that. Kill you, I guess. Unfortunately, I can't daze you because I haven't hurt you yet. Which is the great and terrible problem of Mortal Entrapment. And had I thought about that, maybe I would have hit him with one of the Horn Breaks earlier. Already forgot that that deals damage. Oh well. So be it. Stupid 8 spell shield. There's no reason not to do this. It is highly overkill. Fine. We'll deal with the Scourge card and just keep dazing. I guess he's already at, like, daze 10. It's just that I know he's gonna have a fair amount of, stealth once he hits top floor. And while I'm very strong, I am not capable of withstanding that much stealth if I don't build up the daze in advance. Fine. It gets consumed, but whatever. Oh boy, another 400 plus rage on everyone. Meh. Well, isn't this cute? Because I can hit him with that, and then I can even hit him with that and daze him for even more. And he's got 18 days. He does have 8 stealth, which is shenanigans. But this is why we dazed it, and then we just beat it down with 2 3,000 damage hits. Because why not? We build damage quickly. It's a shame that we can't fit another Horned Warrior, but so be it. Okay. You go there. You go there. I can play out all of those, and then I can still draw a full new hand. Okay. And then we got some imps, and then we got some imps, and then gain some armor. Good buddy, good pal. Unfortunately, I can't daze you this turn, but like, who cares? Take a little bit of damage. It'll be okay. There we go. And then we play those out. We even do a bit of damage to this guy. Look at us go. You know what? We're gonna move one of you so we can do more damage. Kind of hoping we draw the last stand again. Anyways, we do a fair bit of damage. Just half his HP bar, no biggie. I mean, like I said, our damage output is pretty good. Well, he's already dying, and now he's much more dying. Ta-da! Well, that was pretty cute. I enjoyed building up rage like a madman. And it is satisfying to so easily crush 280 shards. I mean, after a certain point, the extra shards don't matter too much. They make the bosses stronger at that point, but after a certain point, like, every enemy is enhanced already, basically. So, it doesn't make the waves any worse, but it does make the bosses worse. In particular, it makes, like, Diligent Stealth way onerous to deal with, and it makes it so Divinity's attack is much more deadly. And so if you don't have like a turn 1 or 2 answer, and or if you didn't like buff your units with HP to stall for enough time to find your answer, then you can just lose your units turn 1, which is very bad. Anyways, let's jump in. And so I believe it was Major Laser, not Major Laser. No, it was Major Laser 1. Wormkin, Frozen Lance. Casual, 280 shards, you know it. Although, whenever somebody requests a specific clan combo, I want you to choose the champion. Because unfortunately, they've still never added a button to randomize the champion while determining the clan. But you wanted Frozen Lances. Do we want to play Spine Chief or Echo Right? The other one, you want Echo Right? I'm going to assume that that's what you meant. And we're going to get underway. Echo Right is more fun in my opinion. I mean, Echo Right is like my favorite champion in the game. I think Martial Lord, as much as I love it, can be a little bit samey just because you always have access to the same eggs every time, which is fine. I prefer having deterministic eggs over random eggs. But anyways, your game plan is sort of set already. Regardless, I think it's very fun, and I think Echo Right overall is a very cool champion. We're up against Patient. I mean, I don't think we need Concussive Coals. It's still nice to have. I'm pretty sure we're taking Case Divinity. One free charge is not bad, especially when we have the Echo transfers. Repeater can be the most degenerate. I would say by a pretty wide margin, Martial Art is the best. Repeater is pretty solid, though is very dependent on like what you're doing with it. But even with like an incant build, just getting 2 extra cards per turn, effectively bringing yourself up to like, 9 or 10 draw, depending on what you're doing, can be really nice. Yes, variance is high with Repeater, that's the point. I mean, I wouldn't call it the most degenerate in that instance. But yes, I do like Repeater quite a bit. There's a lot of fun things you can do with it. It also helps enable etch strategies, and there's not too many etch triggers in the game currently. That is something I wish they would expand upon, but nonetheless, the ones that are there are pretty solid. And Shellsmith is fine. I like it. I like it a lot more than other people do. I think people tend to underestimate both how easy it is to use and how useful it can be. It's sort of the inverse of Brawler Prince, in that Brawler Prince gives you, like, just needs attack scaling, basically, to get underway. Where Shellsmith takes care of, essentially, all of your defensive needs. While just allowing you to do whatever else you already want to be doing. Like, you end up with so much armor. It is very, very strong in that instance. And even if you don't start with any consume cards, there are a lot of good consume cards in the game. And also, you start with the Echo Breaks, which can easily be given the plus 20 in consume. Yes, sometimes you won't see that even if you go to the Merchant of Magic. Oh well, it's not that big a deal. Anyways, we're in Stygian. I don't know. I think maybe we're just taking Repeater here. Yep, done. Though again, we don't have any consume cards currently. Oh well. Well, we're just gonna Crypt Builder because that's what I can do. Okay, so we play you there and do that, I guess. Yeah, whatever. God, I can't play the Crypt Builder. We all knew this was gonna happen. So be it. Well, unfortunately, him being down to 1 is pretty unhelpful. But, let's see what we can do. God, they don't even kill the healer. It feels silly. Well, I can get him down to 30, which does mean that we only need to take 2 hits. Which overall, not bad for having taken the trial. I don't take Ancient Resonance all that often, but it is good. It'd be a lot better if it were infused, but I'm willing to take that. The biggest problem is that we are up against Patient. Also, why are you not infused? Why is it the Mollusk Mage? I mean, I'm sort of tempted to take the Mollusk Mage and set up the Mollusk Mage infusion. I don't think we should, but it's fun to do. Right. So, what do we want to do? First of Kin is good. It's not what we're going to use the long term. I do like its visual design. Silophyte is pretty decent in that we already have the Echo transfers, so we can just stack it up, let it murder things if we hit quick, especially. I kind of wanted to go for like incant units though. I'm gonna skip, even though I should probably just take the Silophyte. Okay. Always check what's available. Okay. I'm glad I did what I did now. I need defense is the problem. But so be it. Okay. Fair enough. It's looking real nice. It's looking okay. Now I might want to permafrost this. I think I'm okay with doing that. It's maybe going to be a waste long term, but spell power, or not spell power, spell chain. Yeah, like a shelter would be good, kind of. We have a number of things that are going to be either not building up charges or draining our charges, though, which makes shelter a lot worse. But still could be quite good. We definitely want to spell chain something, because it's so good for incanting. In the ideal world, we do the Echo transfer, but I am worried about our charges. Offering tokens, okay. Especially when we've got the Crypt Builders. Mainly for repeater trigger. Yeah, I'm aware that's what you had in mind, that we could get the shelter back every turn. I'm just saying that, like, a shelter played at, like, 2 charges is not that great, even when played every turn. Especially because the Eogorgon sheds the armor every turn. I don't totally care about it shedding the armor every turn, as long as it's helping protect us mid-turn, so we can get through the battle, but still. We're still going to do this. It is a bit problematic, and then we're going to greed by doing this, even though we should just not. We want the unit draft, so this is very possibly catastrophic for us. That's not great. Okay, let's at least kill the scariest one. The problem is that they're all scary because I gave them power. Well, Echo Rate's gonna die. This is the problem, is we have to get through this ring, and enemies are fairly strong at the moment. Yeah, this is not gonna work as is. I guess they just... Oh no, I can play that too. Alright, okay. Alright, well, we've got one moment of potential glory, and that's what we got. I'm gonna play that there just so we have an extra charge, because the difference between 8 HP and 6 HP is inconsequential at the moment. Not quite what I was hoping for, but fine. Because we just need to be able to play out enough spells that we kill him in one round. Which is not too hard since we were able to get his attack up so high. There we go! Also, like, what I really want above all else... fuck it, I'll take that. Fine. I maybe wanted the helical. Yeah, I'm willing to take that, I guess. Anyways, what I really want above all else as far as consume cards go is I want to get Wildwood Tome, though it is not in clan, so we'd have to luck into it from a event. I kind of want the artifact. We're going to go here, though, I guess. Okay. Okay. Well, isn't that something? Fuck me. So... Alright, we're gonna greed. We're gonna make 5 of those. Unfortunately, they're not spell chained, but I can't handle 5 spell chain ones of those unless I got Eternal Kinstone. I guess we're gonna do the offering token. At least you can always play those top 4. That is why I duped them. Because they're always playable. And now we at least have some scaling on the Gorgon. That we have a lot of shards. And I badly, badly, badly need to get... Guys, explode twice. Why wouldn't you be such an asshole? Well, at least he doesn't have spikes, but it's not great. This is not ideal. We do survive this, but just barely. Because unfortunately, I don't have enough charges for that. Well, that's annoying. It's bad. Fuck. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Let's try again. The problem is I have a lot of shards, and I have no fucking defense. Oh, whoops. I need to not play out. I need to play the Echo, or the Eogorian first, because it gets rid of the Ember Drain. I mean, need is perhaps a bit of a strong word. Nonetheless, here we are. Yeah, the fucking double explosions, and the fact that they have 11 HP, not 10, is just really bad. I don't think this is any better for me. Oh well, here we are. Alright, have a nice night, Fury. God, what if I just had an Echo Break here? Well, I can survive. It's just not good. I do almost kill Daedalus with that, though. Oh, but then I'm just gonna get murdered by this shit. Except I have this. So that's something. But you're terrible. I almost survived that. God damn. Well. Oh, I did this in the wrong way. Wish I could cancel. Yeah, because it could have done another 60 damage there if I had just done that in a different order. It wouldn't have been enough, but it's close. I'm gonna try it one more time. Like, we should just, you know, let this lose. Or again, if I were taking it more serious, I just would not be at 100 shards here. But I like pushing it to the limits. Okay. Stupid fucking bomb that no one loves. Can't play the Crypt Builder this turn, unfortunately. And I can't play that out either. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Don't mind me. I don't know how I got that to work before. I'm starting to lose my mind. Well, let's see what happens. Kill the archer behind the big guy at the time. Yeah, I knew I did that, but I didn't know what else I had done differently. Summoner the rich plus strong streameroni never loses mind confirmed even when he loses runs. Yeah. Sure. Very believable. Oh, I did that wrong. And I don't know why I keep trying to do that way. Because I could definitely have played this as well. You know, we're going to fix this. Because I do need to be playing at like the maximum number of incants. There's no good reason not to be doing that properly. Other than I'm just not paying enough attention. I could also just not be playing that guy on turn 1. And I could get another incant. Probably what I should do. If we get through this fight, we're going the distance, I can feel it. Yeah, like, all we need to do is get to a point where I can upgrade the Eel Gorgon or get, like, Frenzied Swarm, and we're fine. Like, it's just that I haven't done that yet, and that's an issue. Yeah, because I didn't kill you, now we have a problem. If I had one more energy, I could use the Frozen Lance, but I can't. Okay. Let's try this yet another time, which is fine. We'll make it work. I have plans. I have great unknowable truths deep inside my heart. Okay, let's play you out. Let's discard this. Let's play that. I don't fully remember what we draw next turn. I feel like it's still not enough, even if I bring this down to even less. We're going to kill you. We'll do this here. We'll cry about that. Yeah, okay. That's about what I expected. Fine. So we play that. Play that. And then we can do that one. Then we can do these. Then we still take a bunch of damage, but less damage. And then we cry in deep suffering solitude at the plight of our existence. But we almost have killed him. Once again, I just need to get slightly higher, and I could have done it. But we'll see if we can make this work. I do take a lot of damage from that, but I mean, we've won it already. It's just clumsy as absolute fuck. But we do win. Because I go down to 6, and then the pyre kills him off. Fucking fuck me, man. Again, with not 100 shards, this would be a lot better. I will take this, even though it's a bit of a problem at the moment. We are not taking these. We are taking draw. We're taking draw. We're taking draw. The capacity, also sort of relevant. We are going here. I would love to merchant magic more. We badly need to not. Yeah, we'll take hammered chest plates. Notice stone, also cute. But we're taking the hammered chest plates. Can't take quick, unfortunately. Echo stone, not really important. I really just want HP. I wanted a large stone above all else. Far and away, that was what I wanted. I would have taken Shellsmith were it offered here. Unfortunately, it was not, and I'm still not in a good shape with consume cards. Which is to say I've got 1 and it costs 2 to play each time, which is not good. And I'll be honest, I forgot I have 2 Ancient Resonances. We'll do this, even though I probably shouldn't. But hey. And you have 20 HP now, which does help quite a bit. I mean, that doesn't really help me. I didn't want to hurt my own dudes for the incanting. I guess it did end up helping, because I can do this now, which is cute. I should have done this first, so I wouldn't be eating any charges, but, you know, it is what it is. I don't like skipping the incants, but I do want to kill the guy when I can kill the guy. Because enemies that attack me for 30 damage a turn are just not to be trusted. Once again, I did that in the wrong order because I wasn't paying attention. That is what we in the biz call a bad fucking habit. I just keep assuming I have enough charges for it, and I very rarely actually do. Thank God for piercing, though. Coming in handy. But we still have issues. We're at least doing a lot better. And these stupid crypt builders I just never get to play out. God damn it. Like, I'll eventually draw back into the offering token, which is why I put permafrost on it, but it's not been particularly relevant. We killed our own dude so that he won't Ember Drain us. Or not Ember Drain us, but whatever I'm trying to say. He makes a Scourge card. It doesn't matter if I buff him or not. This guy just kills him. I mean, we're already most of the way there to killing him. We'll just get rid of the self-mutilation. It doesn't really matter. We already have the victory. And yes, there is a more efficient way to do that. Doesn't matter. All that matters is that we got the Eel Gorgon, and they got to the final part of the fight. Oh, fucking K. I mean, I don't really need the broken memories, and so I'm going to skip it this time. I don't hate the sap. But the problem is that it's pretty unwieldy for me right now. I'm still going to take it, and I'm just going to be mad about it. But hey. Honestly, I should maybe consider a divine artifact, but no. Realistically, what I should do is just stop taking so many shards. For a moment, I was thinking this is Light's Gift, and I was way more excited. We're going to take Jack Strips. Vapor Funnel is not bad, but Jack Strips is quite useful. And there's Large Stone, which at least uncomplicates my life a fair chunk. Okay. I also kind of want to get rid of the Crypt Builders. You know what? I'm going to get rid of one. Because they're just so unwieldy for me right now. Alright, let's get rid of some other things. Although at this rate, we're still going to get bodied by Crystal Cloak, which is a problem. Ooh, I really shouldn't let them have multi-strike. I really want to, though. Fuck it. We're doing it, though it's likely going to get me killed. Oops, I'm sorry. We're doing this where we play the Eel Gorgon in the correct order so that we get no Ember Drain. Because technically what's happening there is it applies Ember Drain, but Eel Gorgon removes all statuses at the end of the turn, including Multi-Strike, which is why it builds up Multi-Strike and then purges Multi-Strike, yada yada yada. Great opinion about this run is right. No. Eckrite is just the best champion with the best voice lines. Unfortunately, can't get that collector. Well, I guess we just build up some incant power a little bit. The problem is that the Siren scaling is not particularly fast, but it does give... It gives stats. That's what I care about. Unfortunately, Eckrite is real fucked here. Oh well. Sometimes that's just how you be. Well, there goes Eckrite already. No great surprise. I was hoping to get Ancient Resonance earlier, but okay. Yep, this is the problem with multi-strike, is I'm bleeding out health real quickly, because I just am not strong enough to actually kill things before they attack. Like, I can make charges decently, but that's not my problem. My problem is surviving every other goddamn thing. Well, we at least reduce the damage I take a little bit, but I'm still taking a lot. Luckily, I still got plenty, so if I just get, like, one good turn of incanting around this guy, or, yeah, then, you know, everything's fine. He does have a lot of lifesteal, but we just need to attack, you know, a bunch of times in a single turn, which is sort of what we're good at. There we go. And that Ancient Resonance doesn't do a lot of damage because I should play it in the wrong order. But it doesn't matter, because that's not the main point. Fine. I'll take it. It does sort of help. It's just not my primary need at this moment. Fuck it. I'll take the Guardian's Amulet, even though it's just not what I need right now. So this is all sort of nice. We are going to go here, and we're going to hope for holdover. Yes. Thank God. Because that is going on the offering token. It's a shame that I can't spell chain it as well. I guess I'll do this. It's a little hard for me to utilize right now, but fine. Okay, please make it easier to do my things. I really wanted double stack. Oh, and I forgot that I need to minus cost this. Well, so be it. Alright, let's do that. Okay, I at least have some assistance now. And that with the holdover offering token, I can now just do a lot of things. And you have a bunch of stealth. Fuck, I really don't want to deal with Scourge cards. Alright, let's try setting up bottom floor. Unfortunately, Stealth Arcus is bad for us. But hey. He doesn't have the Incant Shard, which is something. But I do think he's still going to kill me with the everything. With the stealth, is what I'm trying to say. Alright. Let's do that. Let's do this. I'm just gonna do that right now. It's a bit of a waste. It's whatever. I suspect I'm gonna have to redo this fight regardless, because my everything is awful. We're just trying to build up as much as I can before Echo Ray dies. I would love to be sapping Arcus, but that's not really super feasible. Unfortunately, we're to the point where we start taking damage on the Eel Gorgon. That's not what I wanted to draw. Okay, we can at least do this. Where that does 5 damage now, and that does 6, which gets the kill. So we do take tremendously less damage, at least. I should have done this in a different order. It's fine. Doesn't really change things. Yep. And then you've got too much stealth. Yeah. Yep, unsurprising. Alright, let's try this top floor, which I was pretty confident I was going to need to do the whole time. It does mean that I have to put up with all the Scourge cards, which is not great. I can sort of mitigate that in ways. Also, ideally, I'd be stacking some sap on Arcus, but my deck is too thick right now to meaningfully do that. And, you know, I'm just not applying a lot. I don't have any charges here, so I can't start that. Whatever, fine. We'll just kill at least one of you. Hello, Glacier, how you doing? Good, buddy, good pal. No, whoops. I did that wrong, but that's fine, I guess. Good, I started watching Mashal. I watched the first episode and I didn't get into it. I have a friend who really likes it though, and sort of meant to give it more of a try at some point, and I have not done so. Well, unfortunately I'm not doing a great job of playing out all my cards. Well, that helps at least. Helps some. If only he didn't have stealth. Then I could just beat the shit out of him. Unfortunately, I need Echorite to not die. Which I can prevent, just barely. Unfortunately, it's not enough. That at least kills, but then still Echorite dies here, which is a shame. Oh, I didn't realize this was the spell chain one. Oh well. Yeah, this is unfortunate because I can't kill you before you hit me. I really need to have that level of HP, unfortunately. Yeah, really wanted these last turn, frankly. Yeah, I probably should have done that in a different order. Well, whatever. Like, we're almost there. One more attack would have done it. I just need one more incant. But I don't think it's possible for us to get one more incant on that turn. I'll try it one more time. But again, I think just pushing to 150 shards is the death of us. Like, again, no fucking surprise. I didn't totally solve my problems, but I figured getting a charge there is a good start. God damn you. Okay, I do take damage from that, but I have then killed some of those guys, which makes my ongoing life much easier. because I don't have to deal with quite so many Scourge cards, which does make it easier and easier to build up. Glint of Greed looks almost like slime instead of gold. I don't know where you're getting Glint of Greed from. Like, if we're talking about Gift of Gratitude, which is right here. Yeah, that one. Fair enough. You think it looks like slime instead of gold? Okay. I read it wrong. Fair enough. Right. Well, that sap is not particularly helpful, but I do appreciate the extra incant. I did this a little wrong. Oh well. Oh, I wish I'd gotten this down to 0 cost, but I did not think to do so. Yeah, there's no way I'm getting him killed right now, unfortunately. And yes, I should have played these out earlier so I could have maintained more charges on this floor. Whatever, mistakes were made. We gotta suffer with the choices that we make. Oh, I guess I could save the Crypt Builder for later. That is a way to do it I need to do. But I can also save Echo Right for this turn by doing that, which is something. It at least buys me a little bit more time. I don't know. It's not great. Alright, let's just kill those off before they can bring us great and terrible despair. Ekaray dies, unfortunately. Oh well, these things happen. Okay. Not great. And I did fuck this a little bit. I don't know if it's possible for me to have played out more of those. There we go. We did it. What a miserable existence we live in. I'm doing alright, Tiny. How you doing? I mean, I do like Echoes of the Past. We're going to take Eternal Kinstone. I definitely could have used that in the past. I still don't have good things for Repeater. So that's an issue. But hey. Magic Power there's kind of cute. Magic Power here's kind of cute. I don't know, man. I guess we're gonna do that. And yes, the responsible thing to do is just to stop taking shards. Oh well. We're long past that point in our lives. Alright, well, we get Repeater 3. I mean, again, taking Martial Art here is actually better just because it gives me more bulk, but so be it. We are going to dupe this fucker. All shards or no balls. Fair enough. There's that. Honestly, there's that. I do like Revenge of the Damned quite a bit, but not here. It would be better if I'd given it the magic power, of course. Fuck me. Like, Heaven Seal is fine. We kill everything. It's just a matter of whether we survive to the end of the fight. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that does fuck all damage because I just don't maintain shards. Oh well. Could be better, that's for sure. But enjoy your greatly reduced attack power. Good buddies, good pals. Plus, we get rid of your multi-strike. It's all coming together now. Is it enough? Absolutely not. But it is helping. Although, fuck the Will Wings and their bastardly ways. Well, like, we have massive offensive potential, just can't do much else. Oh god, this is terrible. Well, looks a lot better now. Still looks not great, but it looks better. Okay. Oh, this is catastrophically bad. This is one of those reasons that duping 5 Echo Transfers really was not the best play for us. Yeah, like, sapping him is not going to do enough. This is when we need... This is when we needed a Train Steward just to block, but he also has Trample. It's only sap 2, which means half of it goes away anyways. It is very much a problem. There's no way I'm going to survive a single hit from him, which is all I need to survive, mind you. But all right, we'll let my sins die. That's fine. We've struggled enough on this run. We've done terrible things. Again, it's mostly just don't take so many fucking shards, and we would have been okay. Or if we had seen Frenzied Swarm, we would have been alright. I was also hoping for double stack on the Guardian's Amulet, so we'd be applying Sap 4 instead of Sap 2, because that's a lot more meaningful. But, yeah, don't take so many shards. That's the rule we learned today. And, you know, frankly, every other day. Alright. No one likes stings. Prismal Dust is fine. And by fine, I mean pretty good. Restoring Retreat is interesting. Alright, do we live in a world of sin? Maybe. I fucking hate thorn fruit, though. But am I willing to do it? Kind of. If we were in Stygian, I'd be a lot more willing. I would only take thorn fruit if I had one of the other sting relics. Yeah, when we saw the starting stings, and when I saw that it was Wildenton starting, I was kind of hoping that we'd see one of the sting relics for once. But we still have the wrong sting relic. I don't know, man. Life is pain. Do I care in the slightest is really the question. We have the Restoring Retreat, so we can potentially overstack a floor, but it's not the best clan combo for that. We don't have a lot of things in this clan combo that really benefit from overstacking. Because ideally with overstacking, you want things that like buff an entire floor or independently scale. The only thing we have access to like that is the Morsel Maker Infusion, which gives +6/+6 a turn, which is fine. It's just not like crazy impressive. Root Seeds and Sting, Max Draw all day. Yep. God, I really do hate Thorn Fruit, but I am strongly considering it. You know what? We never take it. We'll take it. And of course, then we don't have Thorn Lord. Well, we'll take Strangler, and we'll get bodied early game, as one does. I'm going to die this spikes, but who am I to not take a trial? We are going to save the Prismal Dust for a bit later. I'm still going to save it for later. We'll just do this, even though that was an underwhelming option. I will play out one of you so you get killed by him. Yeah, whatever. I don't know. I just don't want to give them extra damage shields is the main thing. I was hoping for like a lifesteal morsel, but hey, as one does. Well, that's okay. I guess I'm going to do that and then just hit max draw with the Root Seeds. And then here we are. I was really hoping for the damage shields now, but it doesn't matter. We are doing just fine. Alright, well, that worked out okay. Alright. I do like Vine Grasp. Sharpen's okay. I think we're going to take the Steel Enhancer, I guess. I mean, Immortal Trade is actually pretty solid. I like Perils more. Perils is also not great in Chased, but fine. I'm going to take Perils just because it potentially gives us other things we want, or at least makes them easier to run. We're going here, even though it might be nice to pick up, like, a Morsel Maker. Well, okay. Normally, I would absolutely pick up Cursed Vines here. But the problem is that between the stings and the root seeds, we're probably hitting 10 draw most of the time, which means that then I have the Cursed Vines just doesn't generate anything because we don't have capacity in hands. Sweeperoni Wilden 10, the hype is real. It's been so long since I've seen a Wilden 10 run. I don't even remember what the other paths are. I mean, I played them a fair deal recently. But the other paths are Thorn Lord, which makes some stings and then gets the incant to scale his damage. And then Predator, which gives quick to everything on the floor. I think we're just going to take the gold as much as I like Cursed Vines. And Petrified Crucible's okay, but hopefully we're just not going to have to be attacked ever. And I have no spike generation currently. I maybe should have done Remove Consume, but I didn't think about it until I passed it, because we could have given it to the Prismal Dust, which would have been nice. But that could have been nice. Oh well. Alright, unit draft, even though the extra damage is scary with these guys. A little less scary with my stings, at least. But scary nonetheless. Get stung upon. Yeah, frankly, we'll just block there. That's real awkward. I mean, I can survive this. It's just a matter of how I want to survive it. Well. If I wanted to throw it, I could have descended him down here, and then the boss would have skipped over mid-floor and killed me. But I chose not to do that. There we go. That's all we needed. It always weirds me out when the sound effects bug out. We can take another Sting. We can take a Steel Enhancer. I'm gonna skip on that, I guess. I guess I'll take another Prismal Dust, even though it's a bit excessive. And then we're going to skip on some of these. I'm tempted to just go solo Wilden 10. But we are going to take the Husk Hermit. Alright, we're going to go here. Well, that would have made the Sharpen a lot more appealing. I guess we're going to do this. And once again, should look at the temple first. Was really hoping for Spell Chain. I will take that Morsel Maker. That will take him real good. I mean, I'll take a Trap Shoot. Sharpen and both Spike Relics. I mean, yes, we did get them. Sharpen is still not great. It's okay in a pinch, but is generally not what you want to be running. We are not going to be setting up bottom floor. Oh, I meant to fuse my dudes. Whoops. I mean, it's fine. I honestly am better off without fusing them right now. And she does armor on Slay. I should have avoided the Ember Drain, but, well, that's fine. We'll just do this. Do it, Sal, and I won't call you Gek for the rest of the year. I mean, rest of the month. Those are very different things right now. I need to sneeze, and it bothers me. I mean, I don't know. I don't tons care about the damage shields right now, but we'll take them. And that's a bit of waste. Whatever, we're just going to do it anyways. Okay, I've named your species of salamander. Janker Gecko is your official taxonomic name. I'll believe it when I see it, Tiny. Well, we got a fair bit of damage shields. We don't have a ton of scaling, but we're working on it. We're doing well enough to murder the waves, which is really what matters. Oops. That was not where I meant to put that, but okay. Fine. Fair enough. I'll fucking do it. We'll get a biology degree and find an unnamed gecko species just to spite you, Sal. I would be impressed and respect the effort. To be fair, there are a lot of weirdly named species just because somebody wanted to do something very similar. I don't know why I'm hitting that one. I could Restoring Retreat, and I think we're fine, honestly. I remind of the bug named after Gary Larson. Yeah, that sort of thing. Our deck becomes overrun with stings thanks to the sin that is Thorn Fruit. At least we have holdover, so like we still have something valuable each turn, even if we are getting more and more taken over. I mean, we'll take the Rail Spike. Cycle of Life is okay. I mean, I should take the Animus. I'm not going to, though. I thought I was free of the tiniest 40,000 years old meme in this stream. Apparently not. Okay. Do I want to go to the Merchant of Steel? I feel like I should go to the Merchant of Steel. I guess I will go to the Merchant of Steel. I don't strongly care. Alright, we'll go Thorn Lords, I guess. Going quick would not be bad, kind of, but I'm not going to do it. Alright, so we're refusing that in there. Intrinsic goes on Perils, honestly. There are other good options too, like I was going to do the Trap Shoot, but I'm just going to do Intrinsic Perils. But I guess you're scaling Sweeper now, not Mr. Wendell Eton. I mean, that would be the responsible way to play. But did I say that's what I'm doing, Tiny? I think not. I mean, realistically, it's what I should do, and I'm probably going to do that. But we do have Thornlord Wildington now. Alright, look at me go, getting the Collector, murdering a bunch of dudes with our moderate scaling and handsome good looks. That was not the most exciting Awoken Rail Spike, but fine. The real Chad move would have been restoring Retreat the Collector down. I had thought about it, but it was more expensive Ember-wise, and I chose not to do so. The real responsible choice would have been putting Quick on the Hermit, but I didn't do that either. And thus, triumph is acquired. Ta-da! I mean, we don't really need this. I'll still take it, just because. I'll take an engraft, I guess. I'm gonna skip on Ember Cache, though I do like it quite a bit. I mean, that's like the second cycle of life we've seen. All the spike cards showing out. Yep, I'm aware. Kind of want the Hell then, but we are going to go for the Merchant of Magic. Okay, fine. Oops. Okay. I'm willing to leave that without an upgrade for a moment. Do we have units left? I definitely do. Fine, we'll purge a steward with that. Who knows? Who cares? This is not good. I mean, we should be okay. Crystal Cloak gets hard-bodied by Prismal Dust. I mean, damage shields in general, really, is what I'm getting at. But well, kind of need space before I can actually draw those extra cards. Whatever. Here we are. Not the most impressive set. Well, we will leave it for now. That was a pretty disappointing Awoken Rail Spike if I've ever seen one. Oh, boy. Yeah, whatever, we'll do this. Unfortunately, the engraft currently does not do a lot for me. If I get some magic power on it, it would do a lot more for me. Alas, that's currently not the case. Well, Will's Intent is dying, which is not ideal, but it is a thing. Also, realistically, I should have not played out the Train Steward there. So then the morsels would all be there to block, which would go better for the most part. We're gonna wait on the Prismal Dust. Unfortunately, I'm out of damage shields. Okay, and then we have just enough that we can kill you so we don't take as much spike damage. Unfortunately... I am not quite there. Hey, thanks for the follow. Yeah, I was pretty sure I need to have kept the Willed Intent alive or saved more of the damage shields. I mean, because there's that right there. Let's try that one more time. I mean, again, realistically, should have taken Quick on the Husk Hermit and should not have taken the Spikes trial here. These were known factors. I did it anyways, because I'm a madman sometimes. Oh well. So be it. Life is pain. I guess we're still going to do this now. Okay. Just gonna play those out and not worry about the Awoken Rail Spike yet. Yeah, not incredibly helpful. I could also maybe be leaving some of the Train Stewards alive to block some of Crystal Cloak's stealth. Nonetheless, here we are. I moved him so that we could kill more of these guys with stings, which ended up working out quite nicely given how many we have this turn. Alright, what do we draw? We draw more stings. Well, it's not going to change things up there, but we can do that. Oh, poor Willed Intent takes a ton of damage. He is alive, kind of. And then we just have garbage, terrible, worthless stings. They just don't do a whole lot for us. I was hoping to get more morsels that turn, so we could maybe block some, but fine. Yeah, still not enough. Because we're not able to kill that guy before he ascends. Okay, fuck it, whatever. We'll die to Crystal Cloak. That's fine. Sometimes we make bad choices. And sometimes we suffer from them. Without the spikes, we would have been in okay shape. Because, it wouldn't have murdered us. Well, I had already clicked random before I saw that you wanted Primordium, so we're doing this. Sometimes there are just too many stacks of stealth. I mean, yes, that is where don't take a ton of shards comes into play. I know that I am not a good role model in this manner, but that's why the rule exists. It's only the third day of the year. Can we do the better choices now? You're asking too much of me, Prototype. Okay. I like the Engulfed in Smoke. Starting with drafts is pretty nice. We are going to take Pyrestone Housing because a forgotten name is garbage. I want to like Forgotten Name, and I just can't. And then we don't have the one that I want. I really wanted Firelight, and we did not get it. That's why watching your stream is fun. Your willingness to make your runs nearly impossible and be happy about it. I mean, I have basically 2,000 hours in this game by now. I'm more than willing to do shenanigans things in it. I always like, you know, pushing a deck builder to its limits. Although Monster Train is definitely the one where I do that the most by far. But I like seeing what I can get away with in a deck builder. Unrelated, but I realized the other day that I still never ended up playing the DLC for Fights in Tight Spaces. And I might do that at some point. Anyways, what are we taking here? I might take Eternal Flame just because Little Icarus just is not what we want. But Eternal Flame is also not really what I wanted. But fine, fuck it, we'll take it. What we wanted was Firelight and then build up some beautiful units with Pyrestone Housing and then just keep their burnout topped off with Fade. But no, we were not given such a glorious, beautiful, delicious future. Whatever. Enjoy. Fuck. Yeah, unfortunately, can't get the Collector. Had I played out the other Steward, I could have, but I didn't know at the time. So I have multiple ways around this. I think we're just going to do that there. Alright, well, and we easily have this, like, Eternal Flame Fade just kind of wins the early game. She's just not that relevant later. Okay. I'm going to skip this. I'm going to skip this as well. And I'm going to consider this Baron. Gonna consider it to a decent degree. And then I'm going to question my choices. Could take Titan Sentry. It's not bad. I don't like its playstyle as much as others do, but like this is not a bad opportunity for it. Because like it dies, we just reform it. We can use it to just pile on a ton of frostbite onto enemies, which is not bad. But does it spark joy in my life? And I think the answer is no. I think it doesn't. So you're saying using like an imp? Yeah, there's a pretty popular way of using Titan Sentry where you fuse Titan Sentry to Titan Sentry so that it is doing 6 frostbite per revenge, and then you just like stick it bottom floor, you put endless on it, or in this case we could also reform it, and then you just put it on the bottom floor, let it take some hits, it dies, and then it kills basically every backliner before they hit top floor, and it softens up all the frontliners. And so that is fairly popular. I don't love doing that, but people like it. Harvest Scaling versus Frostbite Sweep, the dilemma is real. I mean, what I'm mostly considering right now is skipping both of them and then seeing what we get from the next banner. Unfortunately, I would have preferred a Remnant banner here, because in my heart of hearts, what I want is Paraffin Enforcer or Bounty Stalker. You don't seem to like Thorn/Reactionary builds very much in general. That's kind of true. For Spikes, it's a little bit more just because in the DLC it tends to work less well. You can make it work, and like for instance, Little Icarus just absolutely trashes things. But that's a very specific situation where you're able to generate tons and tons of spikes, and you're able to start the battle with tons of spikes. As opposed to like Thorned Hollow, where you don't generate the spikes very quickly, and you are still vulnerable to enemies that don't attack, or ones that have high health, because it's rare that you're going to be able to get enough spikes quickly enough, at least when you're playing at like, 200 shards or more. By late game, that becomes very dangerous. It also has a number of other problems, but yeah. It works a lot better pre-DLC, where enemies just have, on average, less life. Spikes can still be good, and it's definitely partly just like a personal playstyle thing that I don't do spike builds very often. But yeah, you are correct that I have a particular playstyle, and that tends against taking like a Titan Sentry. I don't know, man. Okay, we're going to take the Titan Sentry for now. And I might shift away from it. Alright, we're going to look here. We'll skip that, even though the Tycoon's fine. That's okay, but it's not really what I want. We do want to get rid of some stewards, though, because they interfere with the reform, so I can't as easily just play them out. I appreciate your willingness to take the Sentry even after giving a lecture on why you don't like that style build. Glad you enjoy it. Like, and again, it is one of the best units in Stygia. There are some people in the game who will say it's one of the best units in the game flat out. And like I'm fully willing to say it is a solid unit, and it's a me thing that I don't like playing it. Unfortunately, we have to put him up top floor if we don't want to leak. But hey, well, not helpful. Well, he works okay with us right now, since Fade will get to a point where she can kill most of the, like, higher health enemies. And in the meantime, he can kill the backliners, although he does get awkward around needing him to die at specific moments. Yeah, this is a problem that I did not properly account for. Yeah, I fucked that up a little bit. Oh well. And hey, I got you a collector. Yes, it did. Alright, anyways, I take damage, and then we cry. Because you're dying both of the... Anyways, I did not realize that mathematically you hit just what you need to hit. I could put Fade here. I really want to put Fade down here, though. Yeah, alright, we're just going to accept that we're taking some damage from the Incant dude. But we only take 2 hits from him, it's not the worst. Especially because we didn't power him up. And then we do that, and we almost kill him. Although Fade still dies to the spikes, which is why we don't quite kill him. But then Fade comes out, we win the fight, yada yada yada. That's not what I meant to play, it doesn't matter. You're right. Alright, we still came out of it in pretty okay shape, even though I didn't reform the shark at all. Devourer of Death is less good than I want it to be. If it preserved charges across death, I would think it would be a very cool unit. It doesn't, though, which makes it way harder to use. It's an okay infusion. It's not my favorite. We were going to take the Wicklash, I guess. Maybe we should take one of those. I don't know. Alright. What do we got? Well, there's the -2 that I could have done on the Engulfed in Smoke, but I wasn't willing to bet on it at the time. And there's the Paraffin Enforcer. Okay. It's fine. Not really what I wanted, but we could make use of the Endless Shark if we wanted. Goodbye, Pyre Health. Who needs you? Although that was a lot to give up for a pretty shitty reward. I'm just going to take the gold off of that. But I do have 3 upgrade slots. God damn. I probably should have taken the Burnout upgrade, but I forgot that I had 3 upgrade slots. I was really looking for, like, multi-strike. I mean, it's fine if I don't have it, but hey. Okay, and now things get awkward. Do I want to Endless here? Kind of. Kind of not. It does solve some of my problems at the moment. I I can also just reform it. Like, I don't have to do endless. Fine. I'm willing to do it. Then we have knockback Talos. Part of the issue is it doesn't play super well with the Fade I've got. I mean, it doesn't play super well with Fade in general, but here we are. Well. And then they both burn out, because they both have burnout 1, which is not incredibly helpful. But it is a thing that exists. Alright, what do we get back? Preferably the Paraffin Enforcer. Oh well, I pay the price of my sins. Okay, so you go there. You go there. We extend your burnout a little bit, and we're not going to play out the Titan, or the Train Steward. We don't want to go into the Reform pool. And ideally, we just keep the Paraffin Enforcer alive from here on out. Not super great at that. But it would be much better if we could. We put Fade up front there partly because we could then absorb the Extinguish from the, whatever that dude's called. The healer. Because that seemed like a good play. Okay. Right. Well, I'll happily extend your burnout. And I guess we're gonna put Fade there and just start beating the boss down for a bit. And we're largely in good shape because then both of them are endless, so they just come back together. And then Fade just absolutely slaughters Talos. Like, again, this is why Titan Sentry works well. It's just not what I like to play with most of the time. It works a lot better, obviously, if it's self-infused, which we might try to do. These are good cards. I mean, we'll take Intent on Death, I guess. So we could do the Titan Sentry into Titan Sentry. It's not really what I want, though. And I think I'm going to pivot off of it. I mean, it's doing solid work for us, but I think we just want to go Paraffin Enforcers. The problem is that I also gotta be better at Burnout Extension. But we'll skip for now. We'll take the draw. And we are looking for a variety of things. There's another Titan Sentry. I probably should take it. I didn't. Really hoping we'd see Firelight here. And we didn't. Alright. Fine. Okay, so we're spell chaining this, which is partly why we gave it the -2 before. Okay. I'll do that, even though it's not particularly useful. I was really looking for holdover, but also just thinning my deck helps a ton. Unfortunately, the vortex is over there. Spell shield doesn't matter to us. Oh, well. Here we are. Well, I don't hate that. That extends your burnout quite nicely. Well, you're suddenly going here so we can get that collector. That's what's happening there. Although we're gonna do this and deal some damage to you first. Oh, and I sort of meant to do the stealth. Oh well. I forgot that I didn't have enough Ember for that. Well, we triggered her Extinguish effect and gave her more power and very slightly more HP. But here we are. Right, at least the Paraffin Enforcer sort of starts building up. If I place you down now, you don't actually die anymore, but I think I still want to do that. Unfortunately, we do largely deprive the Paraffin Enforcer of being able to attack, which is, you know, kind of important to his general game plan, since he needs his on-strike effect to do anything. And these Frozen Lances do fuck all for me right now. I guess I didn't really need to do that. I don't want to leak this guy because they hurt very badly. I was going to play her down on the bottom floor, but oh well. Okay. He gets a bit of Frostbite. It basically just counteracts his regen right now, but so be it. We most of the way kill just because we have the Shark tanking while Fade gets to work. And then we finish him off, no problem. Like, again, Eternal Flame is the worst of Fade's pathways. It's by no means bad. Like, it's still plenty good. No. I'll happily take that 25 gold. Alright, let's go here, I guess. I guess I'm gonna greed and leave a slot open still. Spell chain. That's a possibility. But I think... well, we're gonna start being irresponsible. I mean, start is a bit of a misnomer, but you get the point. Frozen Lances are just not doing it for me. I'm gonna leave myself some gold for the next ring. Here we are. Unfortunately, they have the Harvest this time, which is not great for us. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not setting up like that. because I do still need Fade to be dying. It's not great, because it gives them armor, and also these guys are strong enough now that they don't die to the Frostbite immediately. Oh well. Such is life. Sometimes you just gotta suffer in a tournament. No. Collector. Oh, how I cherish you. Well, we'll do that so we can dodge the burnout. Or not the burnout, the Ember Drain. Also, it gets this guy dead, and so we can reform him and extend his burnout a little bit. Well, sadly, we're just making this guy stronger, and we don't get the Collector, and life is a miserable pile of garbage. But, so be it. Alright, so we'll play you there. We'll play you there, I guess. I did forget that that costs 0 on the spell chain. Which meant I would have done the Engulfed in Smoke had I thought I had enough Ember for it. But I don't want to do it now that... Like, I want Fade to die. So I don't want to give her stealth. Unfortunately, then I'm taking a bit of damage. Oh well, it is what it is. Well, become a little stronger. Doesn't impact anything right here, but hey. We're gonna play you there. I was hoping that it would kill the backliner. I didn't think it would, but unfortunately they just have too much armor. But I'm trying. Okay, we will happily stealth them now. That solves that problem. We even got sweet, sweet burnout extension, which we probably need badly. Like, we can do a lot of damage with Fade, at least. Unfortunately, basically dead. But we can do this, and then we can also just stealth and then kill. Because a couple turns of Fade attacking is a lot of damage. Given that she hits for 245 each time, and Self-Made Harpy just can't handle that. And even if it did somehow survive to the next floor, Fade and friends would just be up there anyways. The Mortal Entrapment's a maybe, but it's a big ask. And ideally, we just get the Engulfed in Smoke online, and it works a lot better. Anyways, we're going here. And you're going to do me the honor of giving me more multi-strike. That's what greed is all about, my friends. Not that I'm well set up to support my Paraffin Enforcer still. But I would like to be. So there's one more temple. Alright, let's just thin the fuck out of this shit. Well, that's as much as I can afford for the moment. But we do have a Paraffin Enforcer who attacks 4 times, which is, you know, pretty cool. Unfortunately, these do actually matter to us this time. Okay, and because you actually have some attack now, you do still kill him on the backswing, which is nice. Then you get dazed, but you're burning out anyways, so what does it matter, really? Alright. Had I done this in the other order, I could have avoided the Ember Drain by letting you die first. I don't know, fuck me, we'll kill you, we still... Oh, you don't actually die. Because they always think that these guys have more attack than they do. Which is a little not ideal, but it's fine. We can still increase your power by using the intent on death. And we'll filter through our deck a little bit faster and get back to our burnout cards. Or burnout extension cards. The Wicklashes, if you will. You're basically taken care of. Part of the problem with this plan, though, is that the Paraffin Enforcer needs to attack things to be building up strength. And we're not attacking anything because we're killing them before they all get to top floor. Also, Arcus needs to not have a ton of stealth by the time we get there. I'm going to play that there, even though it's going to daze our dudes. That doesn't matter a ton. It means that Fade doesn't get to attack, but that's okay. Yeah, I'll put you there. You don't quite die. It's fine. Well, here we are. I would very much like Fade to die in a moment, but that's not gonna happen. Right, well, here we are. Well, let's stealth for a couple turns and let... Oh, I should have done this as well. Well, fine, whatever. Because I could have also played the draft on this floor and then had that one also attacking. It wouldn't have done like an insane amount of damage, but it was like an extra 60 damage per turn. Or about 70. Anyways, we have the victory. Arcus is basically already dead. Ta-da! Look at us go. Truly a masterclass. I mean, Deep Offering is pretty good. I'm willing to take it. That plus 50% attack roll. Yeah, it's pretty silly with Eternal Flame Fade because she just scales faster and faster and faster because it reapplies every time you play her. The bonus doesn't persist after death, but it does recalculate when you play her the next time. And she already scales quite fast. So, I think we're just going to go here for the removals and duping like the Wicklash or the Paraffin Enforcer. Doesn't matter in the slightest. Yeah, and we still never were offered Firelight. That's fine. I'm not really relying on that. But it would have been nice. Right. Oh, there's one more temple, isn't there? Okay. So, let's get rid of that Frozen Lance. I kind of want to get rid of the Titan Sentry now. It's doing okay work for me, though. But, you know what? We're going to get rid of that. We're going to do this. And we're going to maybe have fucked ourselves Probably not. We're probably okay. We're going to have to put up with Scourge cards. Oh well, so be it. Okay. Yeah, she's already up to 188 attack, which is pretty cool. Well, I'd like to play the Engulfed in Smoke, but I'd also like to not take fire damage, so we're going to assume that I can make this work as is. We take a lot of damage there, but I guess we'll still do that. Probably guess it doesn't give me Ember Drains. I mean, just play Fade up top now, and we're mostly okay. Yeah, fine. We'll just commit to that, and then not take any damage. Stupid Scourge cards. Yeah. Fine. I have to take a little bit of fire damage just so that I don't die here. That's what I was trying to avoid. Oh well, so be it. Well, I don't want to do the Deep Offering right now as much as it's a good card, because if I do it, then I likely was going to draw into the Engulfed in Smoke and not be able to play it, and or draw into the Scourge card and also not be able to play it and just have to take the damage. Anyways, I'm still stealth for a turn, and now I'm stealth for more turns. I wanted a holdover on it, but it doesn't really matter as long as my deck is thin enough that I see it constantly. Anyways, Fade also hits for, you know, a lot of damage. I'll take another Engulfed in Smoke. And then we are definitely going here. I don't really need the Jack Strips. Sigiled Seaweed is actually pretty decent, even if I hate 50% chance effects. I don't have any spells that can take these, so we can't get shards from those. Not that there's any value to doing that, it's just a matter of enjoyment. Okay. Well then. I think we're skipping on Sigiled Seaweed. It's wholly unnecessary, but I will take it just because it's cute with Fade. It would have been better to remove more things, but we're not going to. Okay, and then we're going to make another Paraffin Enforcer. And I'm gonna leave the giraffe around, I guess. Like, normally I would have purged the draft, but... So Fade gets 120 attack and death. Yeah. And 6 HP. But yes, she scales up very quickly. Plus, she actually gets more attack on death because when she's then played the next time, she gets plus 50%. So she is getting another 50% on top of that. So it's more like... yeah, so it's more like she's getting 180 per death. Okay, so we do that. And then we stealth, even though there's other things I would like to do this turn as well, but not being murdered by Patient is top of the billing. And then Fade's just going to kill things too. It's 2 a.m. Brain's trying to shut down for the night. I get you. I mean, I'm a night owl, so I'm always up this late, but I have been exhausted in my own right recently. Yeah, she's already up to 368. She's doing some work. Eventually, I'm no longer going to be Ember Drained, and I can more freely play the few other remaining relevant cards in my deck. Each of my Paraffin Enforcers has 4 attacks, which is a lot. Hey, look, she gets another 120 attack. You know what? We'll incant you just for some kindness. Anyways, we just beat those guys to death. It is a time where it would have been nice to have none of those guys in the way. Like, in general, I want things to be top 4 for them to attack so they can build up some power. But when Seraph is there, I really just want them hitting Seraph. Anyways, we never got holdover, but we got our deck thin enough that we just see our stealth cards often. So we should be totally fine. Same with the Burnout extension. With Spell Chain and having 2 of them and all that, we just draw them frequently enough that it's not a big deal. Alright, Fade is up to, you know, past 1,000 attack. Yeah, a mere 1,200 attack. It is very satisfying seeing her numbers go up. Even if, again, it's not actually the best Fade by any means. Oh, goodbye, Golden Smoke. Again, my deck is so thin that it doesn't matter. Like, I see almost the same cards every turn. Unfortunately for Fade, she's not actually... Oh, she is... She does have barely enough HP that she survives a 1 attack from Seraph. Which is a rarity, because normally her HP scales so slowly that is never meaningfully pertinent. I was also just going to give her stealth, but she actually didn't need it. Anyways, she gets to attack for nearly 2,000 damage per hit, which is pretty cute. And there we are. On to Divinity. To live the one true dream. Alright, look at us go. And they are kind enough to start us with all 3 of these guys on turn 1. Although I realized I should have done this differently and not done it the way where I get Ember Drain. You know what? We're going to do that. Because it does bother me that I chose the one way that gets me Ember Drain. Specifically, I need to play the draft first. I saw that I had the Wicklash in hand. I wasn't really evaluating the fact that they all have Burnout 1 on the first turn, and so I need both Wicklashes to keep them alive, which I don't have. Regardless, it's fine. We can let the draft die. We got to get them stealth soon. Alright, Fate is already up to 125 attack. Look at her go. Oh no, she incanted them. Though again, like, this is why I complain about... Oh, it is annoying that you're actually dying. I thought I would be fine with not extending your burnout last turn, but I was wrong. We really just didn't draw either of them, nor the Deep Offering, which would have let me draw into them. Well, that's annoying. Anyways, this is why I complain about just, like, a single large attack in Monster Train. Because, like, the true problem of this fight is that you need to be killing 5 units a turn. 5 powerful units a turn. Or at least meaningful units. And so having Fade just nuke 1 unit a turn doesn't really help. Just doesn't do a thing that you need it to do. Big number fun. I mean, that is correct, but... Yeah, the problem is I did not leave myself enough Ember to play out the Engulfed in Smoke. Oh well, you die, so be it. There's room for Fade on top floor. That is true, but that's fine. I wanted Fade to kill that guy so that Fade can now go here and then kill this mini-boss. That was the game plan. Okay. Now we can finally get you alive and in location. Unfortunately, we do take some spike damage, but whatever. This is why we gave them HP in the first place. Unfortunately, every time the draft died, it lost out on the rage that had been built up. So, whatever. Doesn't matter that we buff her, she's still just gonna die and only kill 1 unit. And also, killed Divinity anyways. Ta-da! Anyways, that's why we wanted to do the Paraffin Enforcers. Even though we spent most of the run just making use of, like, the Titan Sentry and Fade. Again, even Eternal Flame Fade is good. It's just that when I talk about their, like, Firelight and Little Icarus being Fade's best pathways, it's because they are still just better. Like, Little Icarus can sweep entire floors on its own. It can just win the run without any banner units. Is pretty consistent as long as you, like, start out okay. And even if you have a bad start, you can catch up in the, like, ring 2-3 as long as you're careful about it. And it just doesn't need that much support to get rolling. It just needs defense. And there's so many ways you can do that, especially because you already start with Reform cards, which is one of the viable options. Can you bring up Fade in the Logbook? Yeah, give me a moment. There she is. Yeah, so Little Icarus is the one that gains spikes on Slay. She gains both attack and spikes. And she gains them for the entire run. And so she starts out as a pretty inconsequential unit, but by the end of the run, if you are feeding every kill to Fade, she ends up with 400 plus spikes on her. Which is enough to kill basically every unit. She also has 500 attack, or thereabouts. But, so as long as you give her defense and make her an immovable wall, every enemy will just attack into her and die. You will sometimes leak a couple units that don't attack, but that's largely inconsequential. Eternal Flame is the one we were just using. She dies, she gets stronger, she has quick, she has endless. She used to increase in cost every time she came back, which was kind of cute, but very unwieldy. And Firelight, on death, she applies attack, health, and burnout to the other friendly units on the floor. So, you put her in front, you let her die, she buffs your entire floor, she makes sure they never burn out. It works great with any sort of burnout synergy, like Paraffin Enforcers, for instance. Also works with Harvest, although Harvest is a little weak at Covenant 25, at least high shards. And, like, the scaling she provides is no joke. This is even, like, post-nerfs, and it's still good. Especially because there's very little floor-wide scaling in Monster Train. And some of what's there is also bad, like Branded Warrior, which only gives a Rage 3 on Slay, which is pretty underwhelming. But being able to give 20 attack, 5 HP, and stop them from burning out every time she dies, which you can also do multiple times a turn if you are killing her and reforming her repeatedly. But even if you're only doing it once a turn, it's pretty good. She also can still just, like, chump block as well. There's just a lot that she does for you. She's very good. And again, she helps with consistency, because she means that if you're running Firelight, you're essentially never whiffing on damage scaling. Like, depending on how many shards you're taking, you might want more damage scaling, but you always have some damage scaling. Which, again, is part of what makes her so good as a champion. It's just that she's very consistent. As opposed to other champions like Soulguard with Cold Channel. You can, like, high roll into a very strong Cold Channel run. Like, we had some pretty good ones last night before, whatever. But if you aren't hitting the support that Cold Channel needs, like, you'll be fine on the incanting portion, but you have to be able to keep Soulguard alive, and you basically have to be able to keep Soulguard alive with with your allied clan's abilities, since in Stygian, your defensive options just don't really work for keeping Soulguard alive. There's some ways to make it work, and if you start with, like, torches or echo breaks, you can still trigger Soulguard by like pinging him yourself, even if you, like, daze or sap the entire enemy floor and don't let them attack. But yeah. Anyways, rambling aside, it's late. I'm still pretty tired. Do you feel that Titan needs too many shards to unlock Titan channel? No, I do not. It can certainly feel that way when you're starting out, but, like, if you've been seeing me play Stygian, like we were playing a ton of Stygian last night, I'm pretty consistently incanting 4 to 8 times a turn, depending on where we're at in the run. And so, early game, as long as you are focused on playing spells on Soulguard's floor, like, you should be playing spells on his floor, even if they largely do nothing for you. But, like, 4 spells is pretty reasonably easy to achieve. It's certainly harder if you're starting with, like, Queen's Implings or Dregs, just because they're not spells, and they're very unhelpful for Soulguard. But even then, you can still usually manage pretty okay. And then as you get further, as long as you are keeping your deck, like, refined, you are getting rid of excess units, you are minus costing your spells, you are getting rid of some of the random discard things so you can play out your entire hand rather than having, half your hand discard the other half of your hand. As long as you're doing all of those things, you will end up incanting quite nicely. And so even at 15 stacks required, you can still bring him online by turn 2 or 3 as long as you're setting him up top floor, which is generally what you should be doing anyways, he'll come online basically just as enemies are reaching top floor. So, no, I don't think he has too high of a requirement as long as you are building into his mechanics, at least. I think my problem is discarding half my hand. Yeah, it is a little tricky because his starter cards, Foregone Power, it's sort of weird for an incant deck. It is really nice that it costs 0. But the fact that it discards a card means that you are losing potential incants. If you have 1 or 2 of them in the deck, it's fine because you just play it like end of turn after you've played out all of your other spells you care about, and then it's inconsequential that it's discarding. Because the discarding is not a cost, it is an effect. Like, you can still play it if you have nothing to discard. But if you have all 5 of them and you're not getting rid of any of them, like a turn where you draw 3 or 4 Foregone Powers is largely fairly miserable. Because they pare down pretty quickly. And it's just, like, they don't do a ton for you. Their main benefit is just that they're a 0-cost spell. Like, the Frostbite can be nice. And especially if you're, again, staying at low shards, where 6-ish damage a turn is a lot more meaningful. But yeah, you really do want to be getting rid of some of them early. They also don't play very well with some other valuable cards, like Frenzied Swarm in particular is one of the best cards in Stygian, and you just can't use Foregone Powers with them because then you have to gamble on whether they're discarding the Frenzied Swarm or not, and that's never a gamble worth taking, basically. Unless you are, 2 incants away from victory, and so you have to take the chance. Sometimes it happens. Generally, you should just not build in the way where you are left in that situation. But, it happens. But yeah, like, it doesn't play well with Frenzied Swarm. This is the same reason that I hate Titan's Gratitude. With its random discard. Like, it just is not a good spell to begin with, and then it also doesn't play very well with the clan's needs and mechanics. Again, if it were choose discard, it would at least work really well with the offering cards, although there's only like 2 offering cards. It is a weirdly underutilized mechanic. I mean, there's like 3, because there's all the Titan's Tooth. There's Crypt Builder, Titan's Tooth, and Guardian Amulet. On that note, are there actually more than that? No, those are the 3. Because then there's Offering Token, Offering Monument, Deep Offering, which all help you discard things, kind of. But those are the only ones with Offering as a keyword. Random discard sucks, choose discard. Yeah, I mean, I find this problem to be pretty common with deck builders and dice builders, that and I get why they choose this, but they tend to elect for random effects for things that I don't think need to be random effects. Like, Titan's Gratitude would not be busted if you got to choose the discard. And, like, Offering Token lets you choose the discard. Obviously, it's a different sort of card, but, like, Titan's Gratitude would be a perfectly fine card if it let you choose the discard. But no, it's random. There's a bunch of other things in this game and elsewhere, and other deck builders, that just are random for seemingly no other reason other than they think that a deck builder should have a lot of randomness. And I don't think that's the case. Like, Vaults of the Void is my favorite example of a game that has very little randomness. Like, in every facet, tries to give the player agency and information, and I really love that. Aeon's End is another one it has some randomness, but, like, Aeon's End is cool because your deck never shuffles outside of, like, bosses forcing you to shuffle your deck, but that's, like, specific mechanics of theirs. So there's a lot of, like, strategy on
how you set up your deck so that it will have the right cards you want when you cycle through it again the next time. Anyways, it's interesting. Rambling aside, I'm going to go, and I'm going to eat, and I'm going to do other things. And I'm pretty sure today was Thursday, so that's it for the week. I'll be back on Monday. We'll play Monster Train, probably, unless I have some other deck builder or whatever I want to show off. Anyways, have a nice night. See you guys later.